the gaming headset we wanted, it didn't exist. So we built it. This is Erupt. We've taken everything we've learned in over a decade building world-class audio products and put it here into Erupt. Erupt is the first gaming headset with aluminum magnesium drivers for crystal clear, truly hi-fi grade sound, all in a rock-solid CNC milled aluminum chassis. And last but not least, a detachable noise-canceling microphone for great chat.
So I guess the first thing I noticed when I put them on was how comfortable they were. Normally with glasses, they just don't fit right on my head, but these have so much cushion. It sounds like he's like right there. That made it so much more suspenseful hearing all the detail. Like you could hear like the pigeon flapping its wings.
Just like that one violin is just like, I don't know, it's like stands out really well. That was crazy.
That was so intense. Oh my gosh. Oh. I felt like I was there.
Each Erupt will be machined and assembled by hand right here in our shop in St. Louis, Missouri. Now, we need your help. R&D is complete, and with our experience in the industry, we've been able to create multiple production-ready prototypes. At this point, all we need is funding for tooling. With that, we'll be able to begin production. Be sure to check out our other videos down below to learn more about Erupt, and follow our progress along the way, here and on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Vocal Audio.
Esports is the most extreme activity done with a keyboard, but the keyboard wasn't designed for gaming. Professionals in their early 20s are suffering frequent neck, back, and wrist issues. If they're already experiencing health problems, what will be like in 10 years? And for the millions playing computer games every day? Hi, I'm Luis Daylor Sevilla, founder and CEO of Digma, former Fnatic League of Legends head coach and 2 times EULCS champion. Looking for solutions for my players, I discovered that the keyboard that we use for gaming hasn't changed in 30 years, and that's way too long. During the last 14 months, we've been prototyping and testing with users. We've created a beautiful, premium quality mechanical gaming keyboard designed to improve performance, health, and comfort. It's called Race. A normal keyboard forces the wrist to bend towards the pinky side of your hand. Race's split design allows you to rotate both halves so you reduce the strain in wrist and shoulders. Race has a full aluminum body, the connectors and joints are magnetic, and the cable gives you an extra USB port. You can create multiple fully configurable layouts and toggle instantly between them, and assign to each group of keys a different backlight color. And the underglow will give you visual feedback when you change layouts. Race has the functionality of a full-size keyboard in a much smaller footprint. It's crazy that we use both thumbs for only one massive key. Race has 8 thumb keys. They are comfortable to use because they are in the area where our thumbs naturally rest. Race is a keyboard and a gaming keypad in the same device. You can detach any side and the other will still work. This way you can have more space for your mouse while you're gaming. It's comfortable for both left and right-handed gamers. There are many kinds of mechanical switches. All Race's switches are hot swappable, so you can easily pull them out and replace them whenever you want. Regular keyboards bend the wrist up, creating strain over time. Palm rests are needed to raise the wrist, making a neutral angle. If you want a premium quality mechanical gaming keyboard with a beautiful design that can help improve performance, health and comfort, support us. Let's make Race a reality.
This is next generation in sound.
That with VR would be insane.
It feels like you're actually dead. It just felt like you could feel it through your legs, how it courses out of your whole body. You could feel it in the chest so much. It was phenomenal. I can't.
yo, the T-Rex is yelling at me, and now he's looking at me really closely. And I can feel his breath. And when he roars, my whole body's shaking.
The dinosaur scared the hell out of me because, once again, you just see the dinosaur and then it feels like he's gonna eat you right there. And you can feel the intensity, like almost like he's breathing on you.
I'm scared. Oh my god. This is the coolest thing ever because you feel like it's real life. Even the raindrops, you literally feel like you're inside of the rainforest or wherever it is that they're showing you the game. If this was on all of the video games that I played, I would never leave my house.
That's cool. That is amazing. Now, I had read about this, but I didn't think it'd be that cool.
Like all this, like you feel it out.
Water drops. It felt like I actually had water dripping on my body. And if you sync this with a VR, it would be ridiculous. You would have the fullest, most in-game experience of your life, probably.
You can feel all of it, and it's not just everywhere all at once. It's where it's supposed to be.
My name is Palmer Lucky, and I'm a virtual reality enthusiast and the designer of the Rift. Games are something I'm really passionate about, and even more than playing games, I'm passionate about bringing games to the next level. What we're doing at Oculus is trying to create the world's best virtual reality headset designed very specifically for gaming. Where this all started was in my parents' garage in Long Beach, California, and I was interested in stereoscopic displays, I was interested in head mounts, and the problem was there was nothing that gave me the experience that I wanted, the Matrix, where I can plug in and actually be in the game. And I was sure that somewhere out there was something that I could buy, and the reality is there's nothing. I set out to change that with the Oculus Rift. The magic that sets the Rift apart is immersive stereoscopic 3D rendering, a massive field of view, and ultra-low latency head tracking. John Carmack is one of the best developers in the world. The Doom, Quake, Commander Keen. Carmack saw some of my work. That's originally when he reached out to me.
For a certain segment of the population, the hacker-maker crowd, this is going to be awesomely cool to work with. What I've got now is, I honestly think the best VR demo probably the world's ever seen. We're certainly going to take this into our future projects, so...
We're getting involved in Oculus now because we see an incredible opportunity here for game developers to experience something new.
The Rift is taking years of virtual reality research and putting it into a package that everyone can use.
So I recently had a chance in person to check out the Oculus headset, and needless to say, I'm a believer. Even as a prototype, what I saw was extremely promising. We're extremely excited here at Epic Games to get the Unreal Engine integrated with Oculus, and I think the possibilities for the games are extremely exciting, and I'm thrilled for the whole project.
Well, I gotta say, I just tried the Oculus prototype, and it was such an immersive, amazing experience that we pretty quickly, like within an hour, decided to get behind this project.
I got to meet Palmer Lucky and try out the Oculus Rift. And I have to say it was a very exciting moment. Could be the beginning of a whole new industry that leads us eventually to having true augmentation all the time, every place. And I'm really looking forward to getting a chance to program with it and to see what we can do.
It looks incredibly exciting. If anybody's going to tackle these set of hard problems, we think that Palmer's going to do it. So we'd strongly encourage you to support this Kickstarter.
In the past, I've looked through these VR headsets and head-mounted displays, and this is the first one that I've seen that I was truly impressed with.
There's a lot of great head-mounted displays out there, but they're all really, really expensive, up to over $100,000. What the Rift does is it makes a high-end virtual reality experience available to the average gamer. So most consumer head-mounted displays have a diagonal field of view of about 30 or 40 degrees. You see a really small image way off in the distance, and it doesn't make you feel like you're there. With the Oculus Rift, you get a diagonal field of view of 110 degrees. That means you're not looking at a screen anymore. You actually feel like you're inside of the world.
You don't see the screen when you put it on your eyes, and that just changes the whole ballgame.
One of the biggest problems with virtual reality up to this point is latency. The benefit of the Rift is that it's designed to be really, really low latency. So rather than looking like this and you turn your head and then it follows, it actually follows with your view no matter what you do.
There are two reasons why this is possible now with Oculus, is that the displays are very high density and very lightweight and are very small, And the sensors that sense your head position and your turning in your virtual environment are also very low cost.
The reason we're using Kickstarter is so that we can get these dev kits into the hands of developers as fast as possible. That way they can try it for themselves and start integrating support into their games and engines. We really need developer feedback so that we can make the consumer version of this even more incredible than it already is.
I mean, Greatest Decay is simply about a great developer experience where they get a really functional piece of software which is efficient and scales with their needs.
So for indie developers, doing this Kickstarter, really getting it out there early, not waiting until we have a consumer version, allows them to get started as well.
If you want to be one of the first to try the Rift, grab a dev kit. We'll provide access to our SDK, Unreal and Unity engine integrations, and a copy of Doom 3 BFG Edition, the first Oculus-ready game. So join the revolution, make a pledge, and help us change gaming forever.
I love video games, but more and more people are moving away from the television. There's a lot of focus today on the mobile and web platform. It's easier to develop games for those platforms than the television. It costs a lot of money, you have to work with established players in the space, and I've been trying to figure out how do we get them back to it. Ouya is a new game console for the television that's built on Android, open source technology. It's an inexpensive game console for gamers. All the games are free to try. Anybody that wants to develop a game for a television, we allow them the ability to do this. I've been a part of the game industry for a really long time. In the early days of gaming, you could take your Apple IIe, write your own programming, and take your game to market.
The console business as it is today is completely closed to the independent developer.
The process overhead for console development is really just too much for us.
There's a lot of hurdles for developers to get games onto the television. Developing is extremely expensive. I love the television and I want those games on the television. We wanted to make a great product. I went out to find the best people that can do it, and that's Yves Behar and the Fuse Project.
Over the years, we've worked on a lot of projects that take a certain technology and make it available to many. I mean, the $100 laptop is one, and the Jambox, for example. We like to use all the different parts of design, fuse them together, whether it's industrial design or user experience.
The most important part of this to us is the controller.
We really focus a lot on what gamers are looking for. Precise controls, tactility, right sizing. What makes Ouya different and gives it the potential of changing the gaming environment is you're able to build things right from the start. You don't have to pay outrageous amounts of money for a dev kit. You don't have to have a lot of credentials, just good ideas.
The more we have something like this open console that can break that, it's going to open it up for a new business segment for the independent developers.
Since it's Android based, we have a great 3D port of Cannibal that's on Android already. That would be really fun to see up on the TV.
We have a prototype and it works. We'll have all the game genres you love. Shooters, platformers, sports, and RPGs. We'll have games from major game publishers and indies too. We'll have a full store of games, all free to play. Minecraft is going to be on it, and Twitch TV, so you can watch StarCraft and League of Legends.
This is the perfect hybrid to have something that's inexpensive, it's open, and it comes with a fantastic controller.
It's open for hackers that want to tweak the box and make it their own. This is a big undertaking. Effectively, we're trying to disrupt an established industry. It takes a lot of guts and courage. Well, I wasn't a female, I'd say big balls. We've raised money from friends and family, but it takes more. Kickstarter is a phenomenal place where early ideas can get supported by those people that are going to want to use it. And this product will not happen without their support. And when we raise this money, it means that we have arrived, that there is a need for an open game console, and that there is support from gamers and developers alike. And you're the signal to the world that this is wanted.
Ouya.